O chosen one of all generations, Mother of God and Queen, who went up from earth to heaven, reverent hymns upon thy most honorable Dormition do we thy servants offer to thee, O Theotokos. Do thou, having victory over death, free us from every mortal danger, that we may cry to thee. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us. An angelic messenger was sent to announce to the Theotokos her ascent above, and the coming unto her of her Son and God. Standing in radiance because of her, he cried out, Rejoice, O most joyful Mother of the King! Rejoice, Heavenly Queen, Mother of the God and Lord of heaven and earth! Rejoice, thou who art honored by the most exalted descent unto thee of thy Son and God! Rejoice, thou who art magnified by the message of thy departure unto thy Son! Rejoice, O chosen by God of all generations! Rejoice, holy vessel of God the Word! Rejoice, fulfillment of prophetic foretelling! Rejoice, most honorable crown of the disciples! Rejoice, embellishment and authority of kings! Rejoice, adornment of hierarchs and goodness of priests! Rejoice, O elevation of divinely wise monastics to the kingdom on high! Rejoice, thou who didst open the gates of paradise to the Christian race, who ever blesseth thee! Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us! Upon seeing the apostolic choir by an all-powerful command being presented upon the clouds from the ends of the earth for thy most honorable Dormition, O most blameless one, the hierarchs Dionysius the heavenly initiate, Hierotheus the wondrous, and Timothy, all with the majestic honor of the priesthood, cried out unto God, Alleluia. All intelligent creation, the chief leaders of the angelic orders, came together with their king, who received into his most life-giving hands the soul of his mother, while Peter, with fervent faith and abundant tears, exclaimed to her, crying out, Rejoice, Mother of the Creator, ascending to the world on high! Rejoice, thou who wast taken above the heavens, being more spacious than heaven! Rejoice, thou who didst sanctify the four elements with thine ascent! Rejoice, thou who brought gladness unto the heavenly with thy passage above! Rejoice, thou who art received into the most splendid Jerusalem on high! Rejoice, thou who art entering most joyfully the temples not made with hands! Rejoice, Queen of the cherubim and seraphim! Rejoice, Sovereign Lady of the archangels and angels! Rejoice, refuge and deliverance of the faithful! Rejoice, help and defense of thine inheritance! Rejoice, O intercessor unto God for all the Christian world! Rejoice, O all good bestower of all that is good! Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us! By the power of the Most High was Thomas taken from India, since by the will of God he had not been brought to the most honorable Dormition of the Mother of God, and standing before her life-bearing tomb, he stooped down to see and understood that she had ascended to heaven in the body, and believing, he cried out, Alleluia. The disciple, having thoughts within himself, since by divine providence he had not been brought to the funeral procession of the Mother of God with the others, rejoiced in her immortal Dormition, crying out to her these things, Rejoice, thou who wast taken from the earth in the hands of thy Son! Rejoice, thou who didst ascend on high to enjoy his glory! Rejoice, thou who wast escorted above by all the leaders of the angels! Rejoice, thou who wast elevated by the cherubim to heaven and above heaven! Rejoice, thou who wast extolled with majestic hymns at the gates of heaven by the supreme host! Rejoice, thou who wast surrounded and blessed by all the heavenly inhabitants! Rejoice, O earthly heaven raised up unto the tabernacle on high! Rejoice, O throne of the Lord, who ascended from earth into the heavenly kingdom! Rejoice, O our mediator and strong defense! Rejoice, surety of sinners unto salvation! Rejoice, Queen of Christians, and after God, the hope of the heavenly kingdom! Rejoice, Mother of life, and after the Lord, unto us hope of life eternal! Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us! Having within himself a storm of disbelieving thoughts, the Hebrew Aphthonius seeing the God-bearing apostles carrying the all-venerable body of the all-honorable Mother of God, rushed to overturn it. But suddenly, with blindness in his eyes and with his hands severed, clinging and hanging from the bier, in faith he confessed her to be the Mother of God, crying out to God, Alleluia. The initiates and eyewitnesses of the word, having heard the angels singing loftiest hymns during the burial of the God-received body of the Mother of God, and being desirous to give honor pleasing to God, in unity hastened to chant, saying, Rejoice, thou who received good tidings of thy coming into the kingdom on high. Rejoice, thou who from Gabriel at the Annunciation received the revered prize of the paradise of joy. Rejoice, thou who didst illumine the most honored cherubic multitude. Rejoice, thou who didst rejoice the most glorious seraphic nature. Rejoice, thou who wast prefigured by the patriarchs. Rejoice, thou who wast foretold by the prophets. Rejoice, thou who didst swiftly avenge the evil boldness of the Jew. Rejoice, thou who didst grant healing to the same. Rejoice, thou who didst turn the unbelief of Aphthonius into belief. Rejoice, thou who didst receive his faithful confession. Rejoice, thou who didst elevate to heaven those who have love and faith in thee. Rejoice, thou who savest those who call upon thy name with faith. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us. The divinely moving stars, the holy apostles, scattered across the earth for the sake of the gospel, were translated upon the clouds across the breadth of the air to the burial of the Mother of the Lord, whom they escorted with chants and hymns, crying out together with the immaterial beings, Alleluia. The God-seers, having beheld their Master receiving into his hands the soul of his mother, and knowing him to be the Lord, hastened to sing unto her blessed hymns of sacred psalmody. Rejoice, O Queen, who didst carry him who reigneth over all. Rejoice, thou who wast thyself borne upon his filial hands. Rejoice, O royal scepter in the right hand of Christ. Rejoice, O branch of the dove in the hands of Noah. Rejoice, O rod of Aaron, sprouting forth in corruption. Rejoice, O unfading lily, flowering with immortality. Rejoice, O God-inspired flute of David, the ancestor of God. Rejoice, O rising glory of his prophecy, psaltery and harp most beautiful. Rejoice, O living ark of the holiness of the Lord. Rejoice, O our life, who didst rise into the rest of the Lord. Rejoice, O tabernacle overshadowed by cherubim. Rejoice, O Holy of Holies, spoken of by the seraphim. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us. The God-bearing preachers, the apostles, following the departure unto the world above of the Mother of God, when seated as accustomed at the common meal, and lifting up a portion of bread as an offering in the name of the Lord, suddenly beheld the Theotokos and Queen come from above with luminous angels, and hearing her grant them peace from the Son of God, they exclaimed, Alleluia. The Son of Righteousness, Christ God, arose for us from thy most pure womb, enlightening the world through the will and wise preaching of the apostles, and he hath glorified thee, O Mother of God, from generation to generation. Wherefore we also bless thee, crying out, Rejoice, thou who art ever blessed from all generations unto the ages. Rejoice, thou who art compassionate and merciful unto mankind. Rejoice, thou who didst fulfill the promise made unto the choir of disciples. Rejoice, thou who by thy visitation from thy Son and God didst grant unto them peace. Rejoice, all desirable and sweet vision of the saints. Rejoice, all glad rejoicing of venerable mothers and holy virgins. Rejoice, O thou who didst purpose the paradisical dwellings of the righteous. Rejoice, thou who visitest all those that are in heavenly glory. Rejoice, O beginning of man's salvation. Rejoice, O fulfillment of all good desires. Rejoice, O Theotokos and Queen, who reignest after God the King. Rejoice, O Lady and Sovereign, who who rulest all after the Lord our Master. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy dormition hast not forsaken us. All those who come with faith into thy holy temple, O Theotokos, thou ever savest, and those who glorify thee dost thou deliver from every assault and danger. Wherefore do thou grant to Orthodox people, who ever bless thee, victory over adversaries, and every request unto salvation do thou grant unto us who pray unto thee and sing unto the God. Alleluia. A new creation was manifest unto us by the Lord and Creator of all, through thee, O Theotokos, and looking with favor on us who honorably revere thy most honorable dormition, do thou receive such praises as these from those that cry out to thee. Rejoice, Mother of God, chosen from among the earthly. Rejoice, thou who art higher than the earthly and the heavenly creation. Rejoice, thou who didst ascend higher than the cherubim and the seraphim. Rejoice, thou who didst gather the choir of the disciples on clouds for thy burial. Rejoice, thou who didst bring Thomas by the power of God after thy burial. Rejoice, thou who didst convince all through him of thy translation into heaven bodily. Rejoice, thou who art adorned with the beauty of all the virtues. Rejoice, thou who wast united to thy Son, more beautiful than all the sons of men. Rejoice, thou who didst flourish like the palm tree by rising in the flesh. Rejoice, thou who hast multiplied like the cedars in the celestial Lebanon. Rejoice, O tree of life, planted in the midst of the paradise above. Rejoice, O Noetic ark, raised on the mountains above the flood of mortality. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy dormition hast not forsaken us. Thou art known in the highest place, O chosen lady, like the sun in most heavenly, inconceivable beauty and in ineffable goodness, since thou didst go up to thy Son and God, held mercifully in his arms, wherefore bowing down most joyfully before his life-giving right hand, we unceasingly cry out, Alleluia. Having been translated into heaven on high, and yet not abandoning those on earth, O Mother of God, thou wast born upon the hands of thy Son, and didst enter into the inaccessible regions, into that city, the all-radiant and most beautiful Jerusalem on high, surrounded by the cherubim with all the heavenly host, whom thou hearest singing, Rejoice, thou whose most holy soul dwelleth in the all-radiant Zion on high. Rejoice, thou whose incorruptible body is glorified there together with the soul. Rejoice, thou who didst enter into the royal city of the very ruler of all. Rejoice, thou who wast raised unto the most beautiful paradise of the husbandman on high. Rejoice, thou who wast born into the city founded on stones all brilliant. Rejoice, thou who wast led through the embattlements of the surrounding heavenly host. Rejoice, thou who wast taken into the highest heaven in the majesty of God. Rejoice, thou who art honored beyond all the immaterial minds. Rejoice, thou who dost offer the supplications of the faithful to thy Son and God. Rejoice, thou who dost continually intercede for all before the throne of thy Son and God. Rejoice, O mediatress, before God who savest the world. Rejoice, O intercessor given by God for the Christian race. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy dormition hast not forsaken us. All angelic nature exalteth thee, O Theotokos, and the whole human race glorifieth thee as Mother of God. And we glorify thy most honorable dormition, O Queen, since for thy sake the earthly are gathered together with the heavenly, harmoniously chanting to God, Alleluia. The eloquence of God-proclaimed prophetic sayings we now see coming to pass in thee, O Theotokos, for truly God in the flesh hast thou borne for us. Wherefore, believing in the mystery of the oracles of God, we cry out, Rejoice, thou perfect fountainhead of the law and prophets. Rejoice, O star of Jacob, prophesied by Balaam. Rejoice, O couch of the great king, spoken of by Solomon. Rejoice, O fleece bedewed of Joshua, symbolized by Gideon. Rejoice, O bush unburnt, foreseen by the lawgiver. Rejoice, O holy mountain, discerned by the man of desire. Rejoice, O heavenly ladder, foreseen by Jacob. Rejoice, O door impassable, foreseen by Ezekiel. Rejoice, O Sun, tabernacle of Christ, foreshown by the psalmist. Rejoice, O complex mystery, foretold by the prophets. Rejoice, thou who didst bring to fulfillment all the prophetic words forespoken of thee. Rejoice, thou who didst bring to perfection the economy of the Most High for the salvation of the world. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy dormition hast not forsaken us. Desiring to save the world, the Lord of all chose thee out of the earthly race to be his mother, and for our sake became man. He ascended from earth to heaven, from whence he came, and took thee with him to abide in eternal glory, and to reign with him without end. Wherefore, as a God, he heareth from all. Alleluia. A bulwark art thou for the faithful, O Theotokos Virgin, and intercession for all who flee to thee. For the Creator of heaven and earth took flesh of thee, O most pure one, and brought thee in spirit and body to the heavens in the closest mediation for all who have been taught to proclaim. Rejoice, O city of the great King above the heavenly heights. Rejoice, O wall and shelter who dost not hide from our reproach. Rejoice, thou who givest aid to faithful kings against their enemies. Rejoice, thou who gainest victory over the invasion of the Hagarenes. Rejoice, O immovable preservation of the faith of the pious. Rejoice, O ruination of the regiments of the heretics. Rejoice, joy and reconciliation of the world. Rejoice, thou who didst trample upon the all-destructive Hades. Rejoice, O special coronation of those warring by chastity against the flesh. Rejoice, all honorable glorification of martyric ascetic struggles. Rejoice, O intercessor of monks, for a blessed repose from their monastic labors. Rejoice, O giver of eternal rejoicing to monks in blessed affliction. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy dormition hast not forsaken us. Our singing of every God-inspired hymn sufficeth not for the praise of thine all-honorable dormition, O all-praised Lady and Queen, the Theotokos. But ardently we offer thee as the mother of the King of all, our humble supplication, singing with the heavenly ranks to God, who alone worthily glorifieth thee. Alleluia. A light-receiving candle of the true light dost thou appear to us on earth, enlightening souls and guiding unto divine understanding those who revere thine all-honorable repose, that we may sing to thee. Rejoice, O torch of the inextinguishable immaterial fire. Rejoice, O unfading glow of the unsetting light. Rejoice, O moon gleaming from the sun of righteousness. Rejoice, O light who shinest in the darkness. Rejoice, O lamp placed upon the highest of candlesticks. Rejoice, O source of life, led from the tomb into the light. Rejoice, O mother of the noetic light, who enlightenest the souls of the pious. Rejoice, O mother of the God of all, who comfortest tormented souls. Rejoice, thou who grantest an end without shame to the lives of those who hope in thee. Rejoice, thou who at the right hand of thy Son, at the last judgment, preparest a divine inheritance for his servants. Rejoice, most blessed one, for we are blessed to have thee as a helper. Rejoice, thou who art most blessed from generation to generation, for the Lord is with thee, and through thee with us. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy dormition hast not forsaken us. The intelligences on high see the grace of the heavenly throne granted unto the Mother of God, who is honored by her place at the right hand of her Son and God. Wherefore the thrones and powers upraise her, the principalities and authorities surround her, the terrible cherubim, seraphim, and dominions bow down, and with the archangels and angels they sing, Alleluia. Hymning thine all-venerable dormition, we all extol thine ascent to the most heavenly regions, O Queen and Mother of God. Do thou sanctify, glorify, and save all who with love sing unto thee. Rejoice, thou who didst purify the earth with the footsteps of thy most pure feet. Rejoice, thou who didst sanctify the air with thine ascent into the heavens. Rejoice, thou who didst enter the heavenly sphere. Rejoice, thou who didst behold all ineffable goodness. Rejoice, thou who in glory didst sit upon the throne of thy Son and God. Rejoice, thou who reignest eternally with thy Son and God. Rejoice, O beauty at the right hand of the Lord, who dost adorn all the heavenly dwellers who bless thee. Rejoice, thou who dost gladden all those on earth who hope in thee. Rejoice, thou who art clothed in the sun, who dost irradiate grace and glory upon all the world. Rejoice, thou who promisest to preserve and save all who call upon thee beneath the heavens. Rejoice, thou who art revered as the Mother of God by all Christians and generations, and art called the Theotokos. Rejoice, thou who from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof art glorified most gloriously and in orthodox manner by all the pious. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us. O all-hymned Mother of the immortal King of heaven and earth, Christ our God, living even after death, accept from us the present offering for thine all-honored Dormition, and in this life and in our mortal repose, deliver us from every assault, danger, and torment, and vouchsafe us the heavenly kingdom, O Queen, who cry unto thee, Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. O all-hymned Mother of the immortal King of heaven and earth, Christ our God, living even after death, accept from us the present offering for thine all-honored Dormition, and in this life and in our mortal repose, deliver us from every assault, danger, and torment, and vouchsafe us the heavenly kingdom, O Queen, who cry unto thee, Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. O all-hymned Mother of the immortal King of heaven and earth, Christ our God, living even after death, accept from us the present offering for thine all-honored Dormition, and in this life and in our mortal repose, deliver us from every assault, danger, and torment, and vouchsafe us the heavenly kingdom, O Queen, who cry unto thee, Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. An angelic messenger was sent to announce to the Theotokos her ascent above, and the coming unto her of her Son and God. Standing in radiance because of her, he cried out, Rejoice, O most joyful Mother of the King. Rejoice, Heavenly Queen, Mother of the God and Lord of heaven and earth. Rejoice, thou who art honored by the most exalted descent unto thee of thy Son and God. Rejoice, thou who art magnified by the message of thy departure unto thy Son. Rejoice, O chosen by God of all generations. Rejoice, holy vessel of God the Word. Rejoice, fulfillment of prophetic foretelling. Rejoice, most honorable crown of the disciples. Rejoice, embellishment and authority of kings. Rejoice, adornment of hierarchs and goodness of priests. Rejoice, O elevation of divinely wise monastics to the kingdom on high. Rejoice, thou who didst open the gates of paradise to the Christian race, who ever blesseth thee. Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us. O chosen one of all generations, Mother of God and Queen, who went up from earth to heaven, reverent hymns upon thy most honorable Dormition do we thy servants offer to thee, O Theotokos. Do thou, having victory over death, free us from every mortal danger, that we may cry to thee, Rejoice, O joyful one, who in thy Dormition hast not forsaken us. O most holy Theotokos, Virgin, Lady, who art higher than the angels and archangels, and more honored than all creation, the great wonder of angels, the lofty sermon of the prophets, the most glorious boast of apostles, the special adornment of hierarchs, the strong support of the martyrs, the saving precept of monastics, the inexhaustible abstinence of fasters, the purity and glory of those in virginity, the peaceful gladness of mothers, the wisdom and learning of children, nourisher of widows and orphans, garment of the naked, health of the ailing, deliverance of the imprisoned, calm of those that sail upon the sea, stormless haven of the tempest-tossed, untiring instructress of the erring, easy passage of the traveling, good repose of laborers, quick defender of those in trouble, shelter and refuge of the wronged, hope of the despairing, helper of the needy, inexhaustible wealth of the poor, everlasting comforter of the grieving, loving humility of the hated, salvation of sinners and reacquisition to God, firm stronghold of the right believing, unconquerable help and intercession, Through thee, O Lady, the invisible became visible, and unto thee, O Lady, we thy sinful servants offer petition. O most merciful and most wonderful Queen of the Noetic light, who gave birth to Christ the King, our God and giver of life unto all, who art glorified by the celestial and praised by the earthly, the mind of angels, luminous star, most holy one of the saints, Queen of queens, mistress of all creation, divinely majestic virgin, spotless bride, palace of the most Holy Spirit, fiery throne of the invisible King, heavenly ark, vessel of God the Word, fire-like chariot, resting place of the living God, ineffable source of the flesh of Christ, nest of the heavenly eagle, divinely speaking turtle dove, meek dove, gentle and kind, child-loving mother, abyss of mercies, disperser of the cloud of the wrath of God, immeasurable depth, inexpressible mystery, incomprehensible miracle, church not made with hands of the only King of all ages, fragrant censer, honorable robe of purple, divinely woven porphyry, animate paradise, branch from the life-bearing garden, most beautiful flower that hath blossomed heavenly gladness, for us, cluster of our salvation, chalice of the King of heaven, in which is poured from the Holy Spirit the wine of inexhaustible grace, intercessor of the law, inception of the true faith of Christ, unshakable pillar, destruction of heretics, sword of the divine wrath against those inimical to God, intimidation of demons, victory of those in warfare, true preserver of all Christians, and known salvation of all the world. O all merciful sovereign, Virgin Lady Theotokos, hearken unto us who pray unto thee, and manifest thy mercy upon thy people. Pray unto thy Son to deliver us from all evil, and preserve our city, and every monastery and city and country of the faithful, and of the reverent people who flee to thee and call upon thy holy name, from every assault, destruction, famine, earthquake, flood, fire, and sword, invasions of enemies and civil war, from every illness and difficulty. Let not wounds, nor privation, nor plague, nor any righteous wrath of God humiliate thy servants. But keep and save us by thy mercy, O sovereign Lady, and by thy prayers grant unto us healthful seasonable weather at the time of fruitful harvest. Relieve, restore, and have mercy, O most merciful Lady. Most praised Theotokos, upon those in every trouble and need. Remember thy servants, and do not disdain our tears and sighs. Renew us with the goodness of thy mercy, that we, who find in thee a helper, may be gratefully comforted. Be compassionate, O Lady most pure, our hope towards thine infirm people. Gather the dispersed, set upon the right path those who have strayed, and bring back those who have fallen away from the pious faith of our fathers. Support the aged, admonish the young, nurture the children, glorify them that glorify thee, and especially keep the church of thy Son, and preserve it unto length of days. O merciful and most merciful Queen of heaven and earth, ever Virgin Theotokos, through thine intercessions have mercy upon Orthodox Christians, preserving them under thy protection of thy mercy, defending them with thy precious mantle, and pray unto him who is incarnate of thee, Christ our God, that he gird us with the power from above against all our enemies, visible and invisible, against the foreign and domestic forces fighting against us in our Orthodox faith. Save and have mercy, O Lady, upon our most reverend Orthodox metropolitans, archbishops and bishops, priests and deacons, and all the clerical orders of the Church, and all right-believing people who reverence and pray before thy precious icon. Look down upon us all with the gaze of thy merciful intercession. Raise us up from the depths of sin, and enlighten the eyes of our hearts unto the vision of salvation. Be merciful unto us, hear and plead for us at the terrible judgment of thy Son, when thy servants have departed this life in piety into eternal life. And number them with the angels and archangels and all the saints, that they may stand at the right hand of thy Son and God. And through thy prayers vouchsafe all Orthodox Christians to live with Christ, and to enjoy the gladness of the angels in the heavenly mansions. For thou, O Lady, art the glory of the heavenly and hope of the earthly. Thou art the hope and protection of all who flee unto thee and ask thy holy help. Thou art our fervent pleader to thy Son and our God, for thy maternal prayers are powerful to entreat the Master, and through thine intercession we dare to approach, even though we are unworthy, the throne of grace of his most holy and life-creating mysteries. Wherefore, beholding thine all-honorable icon, and seeing the God who holds all things held in thy hands, we sinners rejoice, falling down in contrition, and we kiss it with love, expecting, O Lady, through thy prayers which are pleasing to God, to enter into everlasting heavenly life, and to stand without shame on the day of judgment, at the right hand of thy Son and our God, glorifying him together with his unoriginate Father, and the most holy, good, and life-creating, and consubstantial Spirit, unto the ages of ages. Amen.